Okay, things have been mostly cooked. Our meat is pretty much ready. All we need to do is leave it to rest for a bit, and then we have our vegetables. Now, what we do is fairly simple. I'm actually going to make some gravy from scratch, so I will put these vegetables over into my other tray. Like so. Now this goes back in the oven on very high. So we just crank that up completely. That leaves me with a tin that can go on the top of the oven and a piece of meat. The piece of meat we don't need in here, so we shall just lift it off and leave it to rest. Like so. This is the fun bit. I'm going to make a gravy. Now, first things first, we take the pan that we've got that had all the bits in and all the frying bits, and we just loosen them up. Now this is going to be loud and it's going to take a little while, so bear with me. That looks fine. Now this is the sugars from the fat, sugars from the meat, all the fat that's dripped off. Basically it's a large amount of flavour. Now we just heat it up for a bit and you can hear it starting to sizzle. Now this is where we have fun. Can't have it too hot because it singes the oven glass, it will do. Just make sure everything's all clear. A bit more loose now. Add a tiny dash of stock, almost to kind of brush the pan. Good. There we go. Now some plain blotting Mr. Flour. What we do is we just sprinkle it in and we whisk. Now apparently you shouldn't do this with self-raising flour. It causes lumps and stuff. To be honest, I've noticed the problem, but I don't really care enough. It tastes nice. Let that warm through for a bit. Let the flour soak up the flavour. Now whilst we're doing this, we're actually still scraping the roasting tin clean. The reason for this is twofold. Less work, more flavour. Right, we'll just top it up with some more stock. Just put all of it in. Right. About now is when you start deciding what you want out of your gravy. Obviously you want as much of the roast in as possible. and you need to decide whether you want it fairly thick or fairly thin. If you want it fairly thin, you add more liquid. If you want it fairly thick, you add more flour. It's actually that simple. And you take it slowly and carefully and patiently. It's just a touch too liquid for my liking. So, always add little by little. Golden rule, can always put more in but can never take more out. There we go. Just got a few flour lumps in, so it's just a matter of a good whisk to get rid of it all. And that is my gravy, almost. Just a little bit of a refresher on this. Just remember, stock cubes aren't always wonderful. They're a good shortcut, but they sometimes get a bit rubbish at the bottom, or all sorts of things. So if you ever get the chance to do this with real stock, it's rare you're going to get the chance like. Right. There we go, my gravy is ready. And that pretty much makes the food. If you just hold on for a minute or two. Some nice thick, ample gravy. Thick ample gravy with all the gubbins inside. That's that. Now, the potatoes are probably slightly underdone, but they'll be edible. They just won't quite be as crispy as you'd like normally. Alternatively, they will look absolutely gorgeous. There we go. I haven't really left the meat to rest for that long, just pretty much for long enough for me to make the gravy. Obviously the vegetables look absolutely fine, so it's almost done. And here we go. This is Cooking with Corpsie, the roast.